Have you noticed when you're at the airport now, the electrical outlets have become like the watering holes around which we gather with all our precious devices, right? Like with our phones and our tablets and our laptops, and it's just become such a funny scene. You see people wandering the gleaming halls of the airport like it's the dry plains of the Serengeti. I noticed a long time ago, whenever my mom would lose weight, my dad would gain weight. And when my dad lost weight, my mom gained weight. It was like the conservation of mass within our family. And I had this theory that you never actually lose weight, you just give it to somebody else. Fat can be neither created nor destroyed. It's one of the basic laws of the universe. One time my dad's love handles got so big, they just broke off. My theory didn't predict that. My mom used to tell me to stand up straight. You ever get that from your mom? Yes, that's such a mom thing to say. I think mothers have been telling their kids to stand up straight for longer than we realize. Perhaps even to pre-human days. What if that were the driving force behind the evolutionary trend to walk erect? Right? Mothers nagging their children up the evolutionary ladder. Stand up straight. Don't drag your knuckles when you walk. I had a birthday this year, which I know doesn't make me unusual at all. And we're all getting older at about the same rate, unless you drive really fast. But, really, no, that was easy, too easy. Well, you know what I want for myself? I want to age gracefully. I just want to roll with it and accept the changes, be realistic about it. I've had gray hair for years. I don't care. I don't care if it goes all gray. I don't care if it goes blue. I don't care. I don't care if it goes ultraviolet. In fact, that's what I'll say if I lose my hair. I'm not bald, I have hair, it's just outside your visible spectrum. We change our behavior as we get older. Like, I noticed my wife has started dressing in bright colors to trick predators into thinking she's poisonous. People used to always say we look like a couple, and I think it's because of our heights, because I'm not very tall, but she's a lot shorter than me. In fact, the first time I saw her, I thought she was farther away than she actually was. Boom, whoa, hey. But I gotta say, no matter how old I've gotten, I don't know that much about the opposite sex. I don't know, maybe males and females, maybe that's universal. I don't know, I just haven't learned that much. Women have passed through my life like exotic particles through a cloud chamber, leaving only vapor trails for me to study for clues to their nature. I know, that was really more of a poem than a joke, I think. You weren't sure what to do with it. That was an endothermic joke. It required the addition of a little energy from you. That's what happened there. Hey! I got him back with chemistry! I saw an IMAX film called Everest a few years back. And yeah, about a team of climbers that made it to the filmmakers are here. They made it to the top of Mount Everest with a film crew. That doesn't make it any easier. So I was telling my mom about the film, and here's her only comment. She goes, "Oh, I could never do that. It's so cold up there." You know, like that's the one reason she hasn't climbed Mount Everest. Like she was about to ever at any point in her life. I hate seeing movies with Chuck because he always has to sit in the front row because he thinks he gets to see the movie before anybody else. And you can't argue with him because he always has the same last word. The speed of light is finite, Brian. And it's true, the speed of light is finite, but it's very fast, right? What's the speed of light? I'm gonna round off to 186,000 miles per second. And here's what I told my friend Chuck. I go, hey, look, if you had a theater 186,000 miles long, you would only see the movie 1 second before the guy in the last row. And he said, yeah, but you'd hear it a week and a half before him. I love performing to crowds that like science, and I've noticed that, you know, comedians like, most of all, of course, laughter. Second to that, clapping is nice, but what I've realized is that something that I need to accept and just appreciate is that sometimes when I tell a joke like that speed of light joke, sometimes I'll look out and I'll see someone and they're like thinking, and I see they're very internal and they're kind of thinking, and then they start nodding their head because the joke is sound. I spent part of today at a cafe downtown, and I had a kind of frightening experience. I noticed in the display case behind me, someone had put pasta and antipasta right next to each other. And if you think about this stuff too hard, here's the kind of jokes you come up with. A virus walks into a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve viruses in this bar. The virus replaces the bartender and says, now we do. That joke is sound. An infectious disease walks into a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve infectious diseases in this bar. The infectious disease says, well, you're not a very good host. Two bacteria walk into a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve bacteria in this bar. The bacteria say, but we work here. We're staff. A room temperature superconductor walks into a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve any superconductors in this bar. The room temperature superconductor leaves without putting up any resistance. Schrodinger's cat walks into a bar and doesn't. I want you to come back to America with me. A statistician walks into just your average bar. The bartender says, we don't serve statisticians in this bar. The statistician says, well, you're just mean. You guys have been awesome, and I want to leave you. So I started kind of with a quotation by Isaac Asimov. I want to leave you with the words of another Isaac Newton, who once said, if I have seen further than others, it is because I have stood on the shoulders of giants. Isn't that an amazing and humbling thing to hear? And just to think, Isaac Newton, inventor of gravity. Universally hailed as perhaps the greatest scientific mind to ever walk the earth, believed in giants. Yeah. Think about that.